Hello Scorpio, so I'm doing your weekly reading for the 17th to the 24th of August. Please do be aware that there is someone out there who is cloning my channel, okay? If the channel name does not have my name somewhere within the channel name itself, then it's not going to be me, okay? My channel names will always say Phoenix Keia somewhere within the title of the channel itself, okay? Right, so your spirit animal guidance message is the Whispering Raven's Feather. So this one is air energy, okay? And it deals with thought and communication. And it says, embrace your unique voice, share your thoughts and your ideas openly, right? So straight away, some of you guys, you've got something to say this week. It needs to be said and people need to hear it. Now this could be on a big scale, it could be on a small scale, okay? If you've got something important to say, Scorpio, you definitely do need to share that with the world or with the individuals concerned, okay? Your perspective is valuable and expressing yourself can lead to meaningful connections and new opportunities, right? So for any of you guys at the moment who, if you've been holding your tongue for whatever reason, oh, I don't want to offend anyone, oh, I don't want to upset the apple cart, whatever it might be, right? They're saying here, well, no longer are you to maintain your silence, okay? You need to speak out here. And it's very likely that by you speaking out, it could be about your grievances, it could be about your achievements, it could be about your plans, okay? There's something that you're needing to say. And you're sitting there wondering, oh, I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if it'll be well received, right? The thing is, as soon as you say it, other people are going to get on board and they'll be like, yeah, actually, that's been my experience too, right? Because it's saying here that by you speaking up or speaking out, that's going to open the doorway for new connections to be made, okay? And with it being air energy, that's also going to open up the doorways for new ideas to come in, okay? So other people are going to take what's on your mind, what you've spoken out about, and they could actually turn that into something new, or they could contribute in a very meaningful way new plans and new ideas for you to work with, okay? But they're saying here that literally it all starts with you through you speaking out in the first place, okay? Hopefully we'll find out more about this as we pull more cards. You guys know how it goes by now. The pieces of the puzzle, they'll all start to click together as we work through the reading, okay? Right, so let's take a look at your rune message. You have a rune? Oh, wow. The blank rune. Now, a lot of people are afraid of that one. I actually love it. It's in a strange way. It's like it's one of my favorite runes or one of my favorite cards in this deck. You do get blank runes as well, and it means the same, right? Just because it's blank, it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean empty, right? It doesn't mean, oh, well, what's the fucking point then? Do you know what this one actually means, Scorpio? It means that the power is in your hands entirely. And that is why I love the blank rune. I don't know why I'm holding it up, because there's nothing to see apart from some scratches. It says null, uncertainty, unpredictable, beyond imagination. It's the power being put back in your hands, Scorpio. So it's possible that you've been maintaining your silence over something here by feeling like, oh, well, maybe nobody cares, nobody listens, or, well, it's not going to change anything, right? That's the classic one. People often don't speak out on things because they're like, that it's not going to change anything, it's not going to make a difference. Actually, it'll make a huge difference, Scorpio, because you got the blank rune. It'll make a huge difference. So if you remain silent, then you're absolutely correct. nothing will change. Nothing will move, nothing will happen. However, if you use your voice and use it wisely, use your smarts, it'll change everything. And that's why I love the blank rune. Something, because they say it's like the womb energy, the blank rune. It's the womb energy. It's the place where nothing exists, yet everything exists at the same time. It's the ultimate contradiction. Okay. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's time. It's time for you guys to create something new. Make something new. It's that time. Okay. What's this one? Gibu. Relationships, nurturing, partnerships. It literally says give and take, goodwill, promise, and marriage. This one's about honor as well. I know a lot of people forget about that, but it's also about honor. Being respectable, being respected. It's that equal exchange that happens between people. A little bit of give, a little bit of take, okay, and vice versa. It's that divine interaction that goes on between people. With Gibu, it's partnership, okay. I feel with the combination of these two, for those who are already partnered up, then you're likely going to be creating something new with a partner. Okay, yes, there is an element here, and again, not going to resonate for everybody, about families, making a family specifically, okay, family planning, it can be that sort of message. I'm not feeling that as much, right, although it could absolutely be true and relevant for some of you guys, right, but I'm not feeling that on a much bigger scale. I feel that this is more to do with you, what you create this coming week is going to have lasting effects, and I need to point out lasting positive effects on other people, and in particular those who are the closest to you, those that you love and care about the most. Okay. It's you really making a difference. So here's the thing, if anyone's sitting there currently and you're watching this and you've been battling with severe depression, then this message is going to be particularly potent for you. You do have meaning, you do have purpose, you do have a voice, and it's time for you to fucking use it. Okay? You're here for a reason. In spite of however someone else might have made you feel like the biggest piece of crap ever, right? And that might have contributed to depression. You have a purpose, okay? There's something here. So that, again, going back to those who are not battling with severe depression at the moment, it's for like literally everybody, everyone else. All of you guys, you've got something that you need to do. You've got something that you need to make. Okay? And I feel like your wariness of other people is stopping you from doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. Okay? So there it is. There's your strongest message. We're going to take a look at your healing crystal. I'll leave Gibu. Yeah. I'll leave Gibu up here. And I'll leave the blank rune there. Right? We're looking at your healing crystal. And again, use your discernment, right? Because sometimes these reads, they don't initially make sense. And then you get halfway through the week and you're like, oh, right? The penny starts to drop. So give it a chance, okay? This is the most awkward deck I have. I do apologise, Scorpio. I stopped using this deck for a while because, as you can see, the hexagon shape on it is really, really difficult to like riffle shuffle. So I've just got to try and do my best here, okay? And I'm going to split the deck anyway. So I'll go for a couple of overhand shuffles. Again, it's really difficult with this shape. Right, there we go. Oh, they're saying one more. Okay. I'll do my best. Right, split the deck. Okay. And your healing crystal. It is the, oh my days, what is that? The Cobalto Calcite. I do apologise if I've mispronounced that. I'm reading that as Cobalto Calcite. And it's all about love, emotional healing and compassion. And it says love is all you need. Bonus points for singing it. Especially with Cobalto Calcite, which is a stone of unconditional love and, there's that word again, forgiveness. This crystal promotes emotional healing above all else. So this week, Scorpio, your focus is going to be on emotional healing. Okay. It fosters compassion for yourself, exuding the confidence that your self-worth can only be cultivated from within, right? So it helps to remind you basically that your self-worth does not come from other people. It does not come from your bank balance, what you do for a job. It does not come from how successful you may or may not be, or what someone else's version of success looks like, what your version of success looks like, okay? All of those things, they're pretty damn meaningless, right? Your self-worth can only be cultivated from within. Self-love rituals are encouraged with this stone, especially those that nourish and honor their body as a temple. So have you been neglecting your body's basic needs? Okay, that can be food, exercise, but also mental health. Okay. It all contributes to your body's well-being. And they're saying here, focus on your emotional health too. Because a lot of the times, especially those of you guys who've got really busy lives, right? Your own stuff can fall to the wayside. And it happens without you even noticing that it's happened, right? Cobalto Calcite, I don't know why I'm struggling to say that, amplifies the vibration of love, nurturing your inner child and giving you endless energetic hugs. You're always supported. And it says Cancer and Venus. So you might have Cancerian placements in your own chart. You could literally be a Cancerian Venus, right? But it focuses more on your Venus placement, whether it's Cancerian or otherwise, right? I'm trying to think, what is my Venus? I think my Venus is Scorpio as well, because I'm a triple Scorpio. So with the Venus placement, that's all about love. It's all about beauty, calmness, serenity, art, okay, the love that you have for other people, the love that other people have for you, love for anything and everything, something that you love to do, something that fills you with a sense of purpose. Maybe this week it might be a good plan for you to get out and look at things that you find beautiful, because again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, it could be looking at beautiful art, it could be looking at beautiful wild flowers, beautiful animals, anything that gives you this sense of peace, beauty, serenity. It's tapping into the calmer side of life. Okay, it could also be creating something beautiful with this blank rune coming out. Maybe this week you're being called to get creative and make something that you like, okay? It could be like a piece of clothing, right? Either making it from scratch or modifying it into something that you find even more beautiful. Like, take your pick, okay? I'm just giving you a couple of examples there, right? It could be doing something for yourself that helps make you feel a little bit more beautiful, right? Whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't make a difference. I think it was just last week. No, it would have been 2 weeks ago, where I mentioned, because again, like, I don't sit here on my ivory tower thinking I'm better than everyone else. Like, literally, I'm as normal as what you could get, right? And I literally said just two weeks ago, it is quite shameful and it is a little bit embarrassing that I hadn't had my hair cut in, fuck me, was it 7 years? Right? So I went ahead, I booked an appointment, got my hair cut, and it's so much better, right? I know I now no longer look and or feel like a total scruff, right? It covers that sort of thing as well with this self-love, self-care, you know, doing something or taking part in something that makes you feel that little bit better about yourself, right? And it could literally be anything. So that's this one. So this week, your priority, Scorpio, your homework, Scorpio, that is set out for you by Spirit, is to do something nice for yourself. It doesn't have to cost the earth. Hell, it doesn't have to cost anything at all. Okay? You just have to do something a little bit, you know, nice for yourself. Something that's going to give you a little bit of joy, a little bit of pleasure, that makes you feel good. Okay? Because that apparently is what's been missing. Right, so strongest energies coming out. Fair women. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, grey or white hair. Now, you could be this fair woman. You could be dealing with this fair woman. I am instructed to take all of these in the upright position today, okay? Sometimes, like my regulars will know that sometimes I take them out on the position that they came out in. It's rare that other times I'm instructed to do otherwise. So for your reading, they're all in the upright. Okay, let's take a look. The seahorse, family matters. The dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something that you did in the past. So that's normally in the recent past. Okay, it's like your efforts are paying off. Okay, something that you did recently, it's coming into fruition. It's now producing for you. You've got the lily and spiritual love, wealth, and the ear, good news. Nice. Right, what's at the bottom of the deck? Let me take a look. The hammock. Taking a vacation, physically or mentally. I told you, didn't I? I did say. Right. Okay. So we need to figure out what is going on here, and we're going to clarify everything with the good old tarot. I'm gonna run out of space. Let's do like a, there we go. Is that better? Yeah. I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Right. I don't know what this fair woman's about. Okay. We need to clarify that one with the tarot, so we'll leave that to the side for just a hot minute until we can figure out the rest of it. Family matters. So a situation, right. So this feminine energy, it's either you or it's a member of your family. This, I'm not feeling negative, right? I know it says family matters, which sometimes can be taken as a negative. I'm not feeling that it's a negative, especially when you consider that you've got wealth, spiritual love, good news, taking a vacation, taking things easy. The message of, do you know what, Scorpio, you have worked so friggin' hard. It's now time for you to rest up. It's time for that break, time for that holiday, time to beautify your life. Somehow you've got this feminine energy that's coming in, and it could be your own internal feminine energy, again, especially with that mention of Venus as well. So if you're a man, this will be your more sort of feminine nature coming through this week. Embrace it. All right, whatever this feminine energy is, embrace it. What's this family matters? What's this family matters for Scorpio this week? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, Four of Wands, the Sun, and the Two of Pentacles. I said I wasn't feeling anything negative, didn't I? And you've got this coming out to clarify that it's beautiful, positive energy. Beautiful, positive news here. We've got stability and structure. There could be someone getting engaged, someone getting married. There appears to be an addition to someone's family. Again, not necessarily babies and children, but the addition to, it could be pets, animals, long lost relatives, okay, that sort of thing. There's additions to your family environment here, right? A little bit busy, but manageable, okay, because the Two of Pentacles, that's manageable energies, right? So you're not going to be inundated this week, Scorpio. It's manageable, and there is definitely good news here that's coming in, and it's to do with your family. Let's get another card for this. What's this good news that's coming in for Scorpio, please, to do with their family? Not necessarily your family of origin, because again, not everybody has got a healthy family of origin. This could be the family that you make, the people that you feel are your family, okay? Strength off center, okay. So the good news is someone's giving up. Someone's not going to fight anymore. There's a sense of surrender here. The Lovers, someone's surrendering to their feelings. Okay. So yes, because love is the theme, isn't it? Not necessarily romantic love is going to be 50-50. Okay. Is 50-50. So you'll know immediately what group you're in as to whether or not this is romantic. Okay. Someone's no longer fighting against their feelings. Someone is embracing their feelings. They're embracing their true nature. Okay. I do get the strong sense that some of you guys are going to be receiving like a love confession here. If this isn't romantic, then it's going to be an apology, making amends here with a family member. Okay. It could be, but doesn't have to be, Gemini, Leo. Strong Leo. Strong Leo. You've also got Aries energy here as well. Okay, but it doesn't have to be any of those signs. That could just be the energy that somebody is coming from. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad news. It's not bad news at all. Literally, somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. So someone's realized that their ego, right, strength off center, their ego is getting in the way of a beautiful relationship or a beautiful connection. Their ego was I want to say stopping them from doing the honorable thing, because we've also had a mention about honor and trust, and do you know what I mean, all that good stuff with the Gibu message. Okay, so good news all around here. Right, what's this financial gain? Whoa, Five of Pentacles. So okay, some of you guys have been struggling financially more recently. This week you're getting a financial gain, so you'll be able to pay those bills. Okay, you'll be able to get that food shopping in, right? Because your Five of Pentacles, that's all about poverty. It's not always about financial poverty, but this card here is specific. Okay, sometimes this one can be spiritual poverty. I've got to read within context, and the context is your finances, because that's the cards, that's the message that we're clarifying there. Okay, so you will be putting your financial struggles behind you. Okay, and it's due to the hard work or something that you set up in the recent past, something that you've been working on in the recent past. Okay, it's providing additional finances for you, much needed additional finances. So something that you weren't expecting to come through, Scorpio, actually comes through for you. Okay, so I don't know if that clears it up any. What's this spiritual love for Scorpio, please? They're saying with that lily that you are deeply loved by spirit, by the universe. Okay, something that you're doing, it is noted, it is well received and definitely appreciated. Yeah, the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands, 2 nights. You got 2 nights here back to back. 2 nights back to back can indicate reunions, reunions with old friends, reunions with family members. Again, not necessarily your family of origin. Okay, keep an open mind. The word family has got different meanings for different people. Okay, you'll know if there's been fallings out. Okay, like you will know if you're on that side of the fence or not. But whenever you see 2 nights here that come out back to back, that's reunions. Right, and the fact is we've got 2 people here who are really very different from each other. We've got one that's an extrovert and one that's an introvert, right? And that's probably what had been causing the problems in the first place within that particular relationship or that particular connection. The fact that one was extroverted and the other one was really quite quiet. Again, whatever side of the fence you're on for that, take your pick. But there were, it's like oil and water. Yeah. So there's a nice reunion here that's happening. And I feel that this is someone coming in towards you, Scorpio. I feel that you're the quieter one. Out of the 2, I feel that you're the quieter one. Because this one's active, this one's receptive. And you've got energy that's active, a person who is active or has been activated to come towards you here. And they're being spiritually guided as well. And this is the one that was allowing their ego to get in the way, right? This is the one that had to be seen as being right and was willing to, from what I can make out from this energy, they were willing to and allowed the relationship with you to go off track because they wanted to be seen as being right. That was their ego speaking to them. That's the person that's coming towards you here. So I'm going to get another card out on this. Can you tell us more about this energy for Scorpio, please? Okay, yeah, the Sun and the Nine of Wands. They're dropping the act. Like literally they're dropping the act now. Because they realise that they were not being authentic. They were not being authentic at all. And they've realised that now. They're dropping the act. Okay? They're looking for a positive reception here. This might have had something to do with your own personal boundaries here as well. Right? With you being rigid and you not budging on your boundaries, nor should you. Right? With you standing your ground, you did do the right thing. In this situation, you did do the right thing. And the fact that you're allowing or waiting for this person to come to you rather than you doing the chasing, again, you're doing the right thing. Okay, by not chasing them. by letting them sit with whatever they needed to sit with, to do with their ego and their desire to be right. Okay, so it's not that you're playing games, it's not that you're making them work for it, it's nothing like that. In fact, the Sun with the 9 of Wands, that's a very respectful and respectable energy. Okay, so you've been respectful of their boundaries. They had this desire to be right. And it's like, because you stood your ground, that's why you're getting that positive result coming through. Okay, so was this wealth for Scorpio, please? Oh, that was a little bit... There's a lot of lethargy attached to that particular card. So I'll find out what that is in a minute. I just need to get one that jumps. Okay, so the message that's tied in with this wealth card, you've been exhausted, absolutely exhausted, probably working yourself to death here, working your way up to wealth, self-sufficiency of some type, right? And it's been a long slog. Because you'll notice both of these cards, before we've even looked at them, they came from the bottom of the deck there. And normally when that happens, for me as a reader anyway, normally when that happens, there's a lot of lethargy attached to it. Sometimes it can be laziness, right? But other times it's just more of someone has been pushed to their absolute limits. Like, they are drained. Physically, mentally, emotionally, like someone's drained. And it's this quest for wealth that has drained someone. And again, that word wealth can mean different things to different people, right? This targets whatever you have been trying to work towards that will lead you down the path towards self-sufficiency and sustainability. Okay. Yeah, the Moon and the 9 of Swords. There it is. Talk about being drained, right? Somebody was afraid that they'd never make it, that they would never get there. With the Moon and the 9 of Swords, right? And this week there is evidence you've already made it. Can you tell us more about this Moon for the wealth? Yeah, Hangman. It's like it didn't matter how much extra work you put in. Didn't seem to make a difference with the Moon and the Hangman. I feel like your ability to surrender, your ability to stop giving so much of a shit, has actually turned this situation around. I genuinely do. Because sometimes when we focus on something for too long, we can actually do it more harm than good by being focused on it too much. It's really weird. As soon as you surrender, as soon as you let go, as soon as you start giving less of a shit, I guess, that's when you start to see results coming in. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but I definitely have noticed that. As soon as you start to let go. What's this 9 of Swords? You have another one. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. The Emperor and the Devil. You see? That's like being under someone else's spell, being under someone else's control. When I used the word spell there, I meant it in the connotation of manipulation, rather than someone actually sitting there with candles and, you know. Okay. It's just the way that I speak sometimes. I do tend to use a lot of slang for stuff. So, yeah. The word spell, manipulation. The Emperor with the Devil. That's not a good combination. Not at all. It's being tricked, it's being trapped, it's being held prisoner. And it's to do with your wealth. It could well be to do with your earning potential. This combination would be a classic for the corporate world. The Emperor with the Devil, you fucking kidding me? Yeah, that would be corporate world, corporations. For definite. Keeping people below that glass ceiling deliberately. Yeah, certainly could be. But this could also be your own internal energies as well, Scorpio. It can be the ways of which you've been holding yourself back, the ways of which you've been holding yourself prisoner, the ways in which you have been keeping yourself under that spell, manipulation, of what wealth really looks like. So there's quite a lot there, and bear in mind it's to clarify that Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare card. There's a perspective shift here on what wealth actually is, on what wealth actually looks like, and that perspective shift is contributing to your newfound sense of freedom. It has birthed new ideas in ways of which you can start to untether these particular ties, these particular bindings that have been keeping you stuck, to do with your wealth, your ability to be self-sufficient, that sort of thing. The ways of which you might have been hampering your own earning potential. And again, that can literally be about your finances, or they could mean your earning potential as in anything that you work for in life. That's your earnings, right? Gardening's a classic example. Plant an apple tree, right? The earning potential of that apple tree is entirely down to how well you look after that fucking apple tree, right? And then of course the apples is going to be your wealth. So you can take it literally or you can take it metaphorically, because again it's going to be different for all of you. You're going to know the ways in which you have either been held back by others or the ways in which you've been holding yourself back from your own earning potential. All of that is being cleared away this week. That's why it's coming out in your read. Okay, good news. What's this good news that's coming in for Scorpio, please? Oh, okay. It's landed in my lap. And it's in the upright position as well. It's the Page of Cups for the good news. Interesting. Because that is extremely intuitive energy. It's very curious. It's very sensitive, gentle, right? It could be an apology for some of you, right? So if you know that you're due some kind of an apology here, you're going to be receiving it this week. This good news is to do with new possibilities. It could be good news to do with babies, children, pets, your health. Okay, good news to do with all of that. You got the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. Now these two came out squiffy, which tells me that you were doubtful. Something that you were doubtful was going to go your way actually does end up going your way. That's why they came out squiffy. It was your own doubt. Okay? I wish I could be more specific than that. I'm afraid I can't be, though. I'm not a psychic, I'm an intuitive. Okay, there's a huge difference. Basically, anything that was close to your heart here with this Page of Cups could be good news about a child that you have, or a child that you want, or a pet that you are looking after, or Family member, again, as you say, is good news about some sort of an apology. Like, there's a lot of bases are being covered here with this Page of Cups. But it's to do with heart, love, feelings, emotions. So something that's been bothering you for the past couple of months is being resolved this week. And you were doubtful that it was ever going to be resolved. But nonetheless, it is getting resolved. What's this hammock? This one's got like the Six of Swords type energy attached to that one. Okay, taking a vacation physically or mentally. So the reason why I say it's got the Six of Swords feeling to it is because of everything else that we've seen come out in your read, where the message has been you're going to be able to put whatever you've been going through behind you. Like you don't need to deal with it anymore. It's no longer going to be your problem. And now you've got the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant coming out. And the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Talk about surrender. Surrendering control, right? Release. Releasing things that are not within your control. It's taking the risk on something new. It's taking that leap of faith. It could be you're getting a chance, or you're giving someone a chance. You're giving yourself a chance in love. Take it as it resonates. You do have the Hierophant here, which again is a very good omen for making commitments. Moving in with someone. Making a relationship or a connection official. Taking something up to the next level is a good omen for commitments in general. And the Queen of Wands. Very confident energy, the Queen of Wands. Very, very attractive. Not just physically, but their energy is attractive. Okay? People gravitate towards them. See, here's the thing, Scorpio. Even when you're on holiday, even when you're taking a break, even when you're resting up, people are still going to gravitate towards you. In a good way. Okay, in a good way. Can you tell us more about this Queen of Wands and the Hierophant? For Scorpio, please. Ace of Pentacles. New ambition, new opportunity. And the Tower. Okay. You're being told your shit's not going to fall apart, Scorpio, just because you take a break. Your shit's not going to fall apart just because you go on holiday. Your shit's not going to fall apart just because you miss something one time. You miss one deadline. You miss one thing. Your shit's not going to fall apart. Okay. Ace of Pentacles with the Tower off center. It's under the King of Wands now. So you got a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands making time for love. I can smell burning. Interesting. Right, Scorpio, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the burning. I don't think it's any of our equipment here. I think it's one of the neighbours, because we've just been outside and like there's a really pungent smell of it coming from outside. So the main concern was it was like one of my cameras or lights or something. But anyway, as I was saying, this combination here, this intimacy, okay? This is two people being attracted to each other and, you know, doing what people who are attracted to each other do, right? So romantic relationships are definitely on the cards this week for the vast majority of you guys, okay? There's an important relationship here, romantic relationship, that is going from strength to strength. And you're being told, Scorpio, that it's okay and it's perfectly acceptable. In fact, it's being encouraged for you to do something romantic with your partner, for those who have one. Okay? Your work, your shit that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis is not going to fall apart just because you take a couple of days off. Okay? And then for the rest of you who don't have a partner, it's likely that you're going to meet a significant individual while you are away taking a break. Okay? So while you're on holiday, while you're resting up, while you're nice and chill. So for anyone who's looking for love, that's when it's likely going to happen. Okay. Right, so let's get you some messages from the universe. What else for Scorpio, please? Okay, when going through tough times, it is important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. You've overcome challenges before. Be kinder to yourself and be thankful for all that you already have. Okay? So that's the whole gratitude attitude. Okay? A lot of you guys working yourselves almost to death here. And you're being told, why? You're already rich, you're already successful. Even if you don't feel like it, right? Even if your bank balance is dangerously close or, actually in the minus, you're already a lot richer than... Do you know what I mean? Because it's not always about that. Okay, 999 release. Balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles, what goes round comes round. Yeah. Spirit's doing you guys a solid this week. And I do feel strongly that it's coming in the form of additional finances. I do feel that. You will be able to balance out your finances this week. Because what goes round comes round. The energy that you've been putting out, the hard work that you've been putting out, it is coming back in. Your current circumstances are ending. Okay, so your current circumstances are of struggle. That's what's ending. So you might take advantage of better ones. If you're experiencing a significant change or a conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters might be helpful. Okay? So viewing your life as a series of chapters and cycles, both of those cards you had out, the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune, right? And you've even got the Ace of Cups under there. It's time for a new chapter here that does not involve constant struggle. How can you make room for something new to emerge? There it is, time to create something new, Scorpio. Right? So allow whatever this cycle is of struggle to close out. It's going to free you up to create something new. Okay? It involves that release. And that release, it can be painful, it can be nerve-wracking. But it's also necessary. It's like the trees in the autumn. They can't hold on to their old leaves, right? That's not going to be beneficial for the tree to do that. That tree needs to release its brown curled up leaves, let it fall to the ground, and then that becomes fertilizer for the tree so it can grow even more next year. There will be so many shitty people who will try and change you and make you question who you are. But remember, you need to be a little odd to be number one, and shitty people can't even calculate that. Yeah. So that's literally being in the firing line by someone else because you're different in some capacity, right? Well, let them carry on, okay? Who gives a shit what shitty people think anyway? Bit of a strange one this week, Scorpio, but that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings, I am taking bookings on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.